Wells are running dry in India. A scorching heatwave with temperatures over 45 degrees Celsius is sweeping across the country. For these women, survival depends on collecting water by hand every day.
We face a lot of problems because of shortages. The water level in the well has fallen. We spend all our time on water and can't do any other work.
The soaring temperatures have led to drought, but a lack of infrastructure is making the problem worse. Although this village has several major reservoirs and dams, when their well runs dry, people here have to rely on government trucks like these to refill it with untreated water from a nearby river. And water from this area is being pumped elsewhere.
Areas around Mumbai metro region where there's multiple dams, all built in tribal areas. And it's not only that the tribal people not get any benefit, but it's the tribal people who suffer when these dams are built in terms of submergence, in terms of impact, in terms of deprivation from forests and natural resources.
Despite the pleas of the people in the villages, the water crisis is set to get worse.
Whatever water we have all goes to Mumbai. Our situation remains as it was and we don't get water to drink. The government is only concerned about rich people. They don't think about the poor.
The government-run policy centre says water shortages will increase as groundwater is depleted at unsustainable rates. That's as the demand for water in a nation of 1.4 billion people is only increasing. Imogen, Kimber, Al Jazeera.
Ranjan Panda is the convener of the Water Initiatives Network in India. He joins us from Sambalpur in the state of Odisha. Welcome to the programme. So just how bad is this water situation in parts of India, and is it likely to get worse?
Yeah, in fact, it's getting worse by the year. And that's exactly is the catch. Water crisis for a country like India, for a vast country with all kind of different geographies, ecological conditions, is not unnatural to have water crisis because it's not a. I always call monsoon cannot do a distributive justice for the kind of a vast geography. But the problem is it's more a human created crisis that we see every year, and it grows because of some of the factors. I think your videos also showed from Mumbai and other parts is, the kind of 2-3 things we always ignore. The one thing is whatever, the monsoon is actually the finance minister, and it actually gives us a chance every monsoon to harvest. But then, our infrastructure push for water is actually mostly into the supply side. But then there is a natural infrastructure push that should happen on the augmentation of the source side. So, the problem is our attention has gone, which is not an India-specific phenomenon. In fact, it's like a global phenomenon that by infrastructure push, we always see that it's a concretization of all natural resources. What Mumbai is facing, what Bangalore is facing, what Chennai is facing, because they are cities, as someone rightly said, because they are cities, because they are big cities, because the finance capitals. So they are highlighted. But then everywhere in India there is a crisis, and I would say it's a human-made crisis.
Well, given what you say then, let me just jump in there for a minute. Given what you say, is there any sustainable plan then for India's water supplies going forward, in your view?
I think we have a lot of plans. That is the issue. The plans, we have a lot of plans. Like, for example, the water policy should be driving all these plans. But then we have a water policy which is not coming off. The latest water policy is in shelves, I think, and it's not coming for years now. The problem is how all these plans are converging is very important. We have an agriculture department, for example, which is a large stakeholder for water. We have a forestry, infrastructure. We have a forestry stream, which is a big stakeholder. We have the works department. We have the irrigation departments. Like you see the conflicts between irrigation and revenue departments in Pune, for example, in the Upper Bhima Basin. So, they don't converge. They don't, all the plans are there. I think I don't see a lot of mistake in the plans, except for, of course, the concretization permanent dam building and all. But then the convergence is very important, which I think should be there. Otherwise, it's just like tackling the crisis like the blind man did with the elephant. So it's like somebody sees it as an agriculture crisis, somebody sees it as an irrigation crisis, somebody sees it as a drinking water crisis, there is a water quality crisis. But where is the convergence actually is very important. So to me, that should be focused more, and the nature-based solutions that the whole world is now talking should be brought into water management very, very fast and very strategically. Otherwise, I think the nature has a lot of solution for India. For example, a lot of the rivers that feed our drinking water projects, for example, they are forested watershed fed rivers. And the forested watersheds and the cities water managers, the rural water managers, they don't have a convergence. They don't actually look at the ecosystem services that this forest provides. So it's a combination of factors that is actually ailing the kind of I would say the real infrastructure. The water infrastructure is not just like the supply side, the concrete. Yeah.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there. But Ranjan Panda, thanks very much indeed for your input. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.